Hello, it's Sarah. Hi guys, I felt like making a video. I've been busy making lots of things and I just wanted to share what I've been up to. So this video is kind of about that. I have been painting with Erica Joanne Art. You guys that watch regularly know I subscribe to her art boxes. Last year was the first year. We're already on our second year. This year is Secret Garden themed, whimsy. We did the Easter Bunny. This was our first project. It's on the wall. It was on watercolor paper, but I just did it on one of these big magnets. And I also did it on a smaller, like a 3x3 or so. I sent that to my niece for Easter with a little easel, kind of like this size. What is this? 4x4. And so that is, she names everything. I don't know. It's like Bramble Bunny or some, I think it's a B word. And I've already done, I'm ahead of her because she sends the instructions and everything. So this is a little key with a ladybug in it. And a little, like a garden. These are magnets. I didn't put the magnet on the back yet. But, you know, her husband cuts the wood and makes this beautiful stuff. This is a little keyhole, as you can see. And inside is a little bird. It's a little sparrow. I think it's a sparrow. And we're reading The Secret Garden, the book. And I already read it. But we could interchange what we see through the keyhole. So I already did these. She will be doing a workshop for them, videos and everything for those of us who have subscribed to her boxes. But besides that, I just started crocheting again. I haven't crocheted in years, but as it is, things come back around and then they spark my interest again. So let me show you what I have been crocheting. So this weekend, just this past weekend, I want to find a place to put that. I made this scarf. So this is the traditional, kind of like the one that you see on Roseanne, the granny squares. Oops, sorry. So it's a scarf, and it's just like a granny square scarf. And it's pretty, I'm really surprised how much I do remember, but I did need instruction because I don't remember that much. But these are very repetitive. It's double crochet all the way around and stuff. So it's just fun to choose colors. And I used 5 colors on these squares, and I just kept switching it up. Like, I don't know, they're in the same order, but I just did them in different rows, you know. So this has, I think, like 10, 5, I think 10, like 6-inch, about 6-inch granny squares. But this was the first project I did, and it was very Eastery, like very baby kind of Eastery colors. And I just continued the whole pattern until it got big enough to cover this pillow frame. I think it's like a 16-inch pillow stuffer. So that was the first, and I mean, it doesn't really match anything. I don't know why I did it in these colors, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna probably, I have another pillow form, so I think I want to do a granny square one. Like I'll do 9 squares on it, and because now that I kind of made the scarf, I know how to connect them and everything. And then you just make 2 sides of it, so you double what you do, and then you just can like either single crochet the edge together or anywho, it's not hard. So I've been doing that. But that being said, I've also I still go to Al-Anon, and we are having our anniversary meeting coming up in April, and we decided to we get speakers that come in and speak. And we wanted to give them a little thank you gift. So we made God boxes. Now a God box, these are the most simple. I'm going to do a little tutorial for these. Joe made me these, give it to God. They're slogans, right? give it to God. What is the other way to say it? Let go and let God. But I just like give it to God because it's a God box. You want it, so what the idea is, and you can say God or higher power. I like to say higher power. It's something that has, it's kind of something bigger than me that I can just give my problems to or ask for help with. You put them in this box. So if something's really heavy on your heart and you just don't want to carry it around anymore, you write down, you know, please help me with this, put it in the box and close it up, and just hopefully you leave it there and you don't go back and get it again. And so yeah, these were kind of similar. These are literally from the Dollar Tree. They're just paper mache boxes. I guess they're $1.25. Yep, $1.25. And they're really well made. Like, they're very square and nice. They're not marked up or dinged up or anything. So this is the most simple box you could make that I will show. Also, I got this at the Dollar Tree and they didn't have any other ones, but look at this. A little hinged box for $1.25. I wanted to go to my super one, my super Dollar Tree, and have a look, because these are awesome, because you could put, like, I have these little handles. You know what I mean, like the Tim Holtz handles, or I was thinking of putting that on here. Because on this one I just used a little, I got these at Dollar Tree. These little, I'm going to use these for the feet and for the handle. Just because it's all from Dollar Tree. And if you don't have a Give It to God sign, you don't need a Give It to God sign, because you know what it's going to be for. Alexa, turn on the craft fan. But like, this has a little, you know, maybe you could putty it or not. Like, but for $1, this is a really cute box with a magnetic clasp. I just was going to put a little handle right here. And I could paint, or I probably would paint, I think even wood burn. I think this is probably balsa wood. So it's a very soft wood, but to wood burn this, it would turn out really nice. So I'm going to do those in a minute. The other thing I've been making are these little bottles. This is like, so I sent a little happy mail to someone, and in there I sent a bottle of peace and a bottle of love. So, you know, the Tim Holtz ones that have been around forever, I pulled them out of my stash. But the Dollar Tree also has them in several different sizes. So I got these little itty bitty ones. This is the medium right here that I made Grace. I haven't opened this pack yet, and I probably had this in my stash from, I'll bet you it's one of these, the Tim Holtz ones. But I wanted to show you too. I'm going to finish this real quick. Oh no, oh no. I moved it. I lost it. Oh, right here. So I cut this little piece of pearls, and I'm going to wrap it around the neck of the bottle. And I'm going to adhere it with double-sided tape with this, just this Sook Wang tape, and see how we make out. I need it to be pretty thin. I need it to be straight too, so I'm going to try and straighten it out. That looks pretty good. This stuff is so strong, and I wanted to show you these too. Hold on. These stickers. This always happens when I do a little catch up with you guys. My desk gets so full of all the stuff I'm talking about. These stickers are from Hobby Lobby, the paper studio. And they're clear with black writing. So as you can see, this one says faith. This one says grace. Grace has become a big word for me. I love God's grace. I love to give myself grace, so I would send some grace to someone else. And it just means to be gentle with yourself, because I am so hard on myself. And this one I managed to fit a little angel, because the mouth of it was big enough. There's an angel charm in there dangling, so it just looks so cute. I had this faith charm, so I put that on top. This is all stuff I've had in my stash forever, and that's kind of the fun thing. I can look, like this is just bits and pieces of little crystals and ribbon, I don't know, lace, and these pearls were in there. So I just thought, ooh, they fit perfect around the neck of the bottle. And there's a pearl on top, so hello, it's getting pearls. But meanwhile, so this, there was a religious pack. So that has faith, hope, praise, peace, love, mercy, and then the symbols. It has the Jesus fish, the heart. This one was more like live, love, laugh, hope, dream, inspire, create. So I could send a little inspiration, a little dream, a little laugh, right? And then I just fill the bottles with these, I think these are Martha Stewart, and again, had them in my stash forever. They are hearts and stars, I think, but different colors. So this has hearts in it, just white hearts, and I could probably put a few more, but I didn't want it to be, to cover up anything too much. I just wanted a little sparkle in there. So let me just do that one thing real quick with you. I'm just going to cut this very thin and see if this works. Because I have to admit, I did try it with glue. I used, that looks a little wide. I used Weld Bond, which is my go-to glue. I use it for mosaics. I use it for pretty paper crafting, for everything. I'm making this a little thinner, and I'm just eyeballing it. Yeah, that's gonna work, I think. Let me see. I am not sure how wide. I'm sorry, like how much I'll need to get it. So I'm going to start in the back. So I'm going to turn this around to the back, press it into place. So I'm going to use this thing. I think it's like a ceramics tool, and I'm pushing fairly hard. Watch out, ribbon. And I'm going to cut it right where they'll kind of overlap. Actually, and then I'm going to take the other end of this and peel it. Nope. First I have to, you know what, I'll just use this little, as a brayer. I actually have a brayer. But I just want to get this adhered. It's, what is this? A tongue depressor. So, and I'm not going to stick that until I get the backing off. So you won't see anything. There it is. Oopsie. Then I'm going to take the pearls, start them in the back, and whoopsie. And they usually stick really well. Sook Wang is the, like, I know American Crafter made some double stick tape. A few companies make it, but the Sook Wang tape, and you can get this on Amazon. See, it says Sook Wang. That's the brand name, but this is so strong. It really, I've used it to make, I mean, this is stuck. It's on there. And it's not, you know, it's just a little crafty item that's from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to wipe all my fingerprints off. But look how cute. I think that just finished it off perfectly. I could put a little more, but I just love it. And I don't know, it's just a bottle of faith. So yeah, so I also, you can get these, like this little heart already came with a little dangly bit in the top. I had to put, like this one doesn't have it yet, but I just use a head pin. Where are they? Like one of these guys, a head pin or an eye pin. I have these made with love little hands, so sometimes I dangle one of them on there. But yeah, you would just put your little red. Oh, I would take my little love sticker. Maybe I could even just use a heart on this one. How cute. I think I'm just going to use a love. I have a, this is a really great tool to have, tweezers. But like, I am going to put this little heart. You just got to get it started. There we go. And you just line it up. It is so cute. Oh my gosh. You can't really see it, but. And then I could put whatever color, like, I think, look, this is like a peachy, and this is a bright pink. Or blue. You can put any color you want. But when I think of love, I personally think pink. Or, oopsie. I think I want to try, I'm going to go with these bright ones. And put some of them in there. The holes are pretty big, so you can fit, I couldn't put a charm in this one. I could probably put some rhinestones or something. I think I want to fill it up and make it pink. They're kind of falling all over the place, but that's okay. Ooh, I filled it up. You just need enough room in it to put your cork back in. Oh my gosh. I got a heart stuck in the other sticker. So I'm giving it some pressure because I don't want it to come out. And then I found this. I have a 3-color one of these, a pink, a blue, and a green, I think it is. This is 1/8 inch ribbon, which it's oh no, it's a 1/16 inch ribbon. And so it's really thin, but I love it because it's ribbon. Like, it's flat, but it fits right in that hole. This has a nice big part at the top. Like, I could find a piece of decorative ribbon or like bling. This won't open now. See, I've just like collected, like a little piece of lace would look so cute too. But this is like bling chain. And you can buy this by the spool. But like, I don't know. I think double, yeah, it's spaced out a little too far. Anywho, let me just finish this. And I like to tie mine, because we just made a bunch of these too with principles on them. So Al-Anon also, each step, tradition, and concept kind of represents a different principle, like honesty, trust, humility, love, acceptance. Anyway, you can buy these already filled at Hobby Lobby, and it's a pretty decent price. Like, I think it was like a pack of 50 little bottles. They're little, but they already had the loop on top, and we just hung a little principle on there, you know, like, so each bottle was a different principle, and we're giving them to our delegate anyway. But look at that. I kind of like the word better. I like that it has a word, but I just wanted to try the heart because this is a heart-shaped bottle. But that's just a little bottle of love, pink love. So anywho, I want to show you the Faith one again. Let's see how those pearls are doing. Yep, they're stuck. They are stuck. So yeah, that Sook Wang tape is so good. So I have to clean up this little section, and I'm going to be back, and I'm going to make a guide box with you real quick. Oh, I wanted to show you this too. Now that I did a tutorial for a little daisy. This had double crochet. This is triple crochets, but the petals and the leaves were made out of like double crochet with half double crochets to get that pointiness. And it was a pain in the butt, and I don't think it turned out very square. I don't know if I'm just a really loose crocheter, but I thought I could do like a bunch of different granny squares, like different like designs, and then make like a mishmash pillow or blanket or something. But then I got all this yarn because the yarn was on sale at Michael's this week for 30% off, and I also have vouchers sometimes because you guys know I love to save. But so I bought a bunch of different yarn, and I was loving these like more muted tones, so I bought, instead of the bright brights or the pastels, I got a bunch of muted tones. So I was just playing around with different, I still haven't threaded in the ends, but like different color palettes, and just seeing, like I love pink and orange together, and then gray, like I bought, you know, so, and this one even has tan. But this is not muted, obviously. But like that. Where's the blue one? I did a blue one. See? Oh, here it is. The blue and browns. I love blue and brown together. So I got brown with blue. A couple different browns and blues. So I've just been playing, seeing, you know, what colors are popping for me. And then there's a bag I want to make. So, and I'm using other people's tutorials, like things that I'm finding on YouTube. So I'm not creating these at all from, so it's not like I'm going to make a tutorial for them, but I will definitely, I am willing to share and then tell you where I, like I could probably in the description put the link to the young lady that did the scarf tutorial, because it was pretty good. I liked her. Alright, but I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I forgot to tell you something. So these were at the Dollar Tree too. These little chickies. And I was thinking of just painting these up real quick and making little pins out of them and giving them to my group. Like, anyway, there are 20 in here for $1.25. So that is so cute. I have little bunnies from last time that I've used. Anyway, these, I don't know where I got them, but I want to say Michael's or AC Moore. I'm sorry, not AC. Holy cow. Hobby Lobby. So this was just, there was a pack of several different shapes and sizes, and they are mushrooms. So this is a tall one. This is kind of like your normal one that I would cut up and eat. But they're little different shaped mushrooms, and they're beads. So they have a hole in the middle. And what I'm planning on doing, because Erica did this little mushroom design, I am going to paint these up like these little mushrooms. So I'm going to do the whole thing and varnish them and put some bling on there. See how she adds her bling? It just makes it so happy. And then I thought I could make like a little sun catcher, or maybe something for my car. I'm trying to, I want to change, I have right now crystals in my car. Just all Swarovski crystals. But look, I have so many beads too, you guys. I found these strawberries, and I have these leaf beads. Let me come in. I know you can't see that. They're little but I also have bling strawberries too. I have so many beads. But look at this little leaf. I could put it, it's almost bigger than the strawberry. But just, you know, it's so gardeny. These bumblebees were so cute. They're two-sided. So I just thought that was adorable, because the beads were 60% off this week. You guys, I don't play around. Like, if there's a sale, I stock up, but that's a problem too, because I always have too much stuff. I don't know, I just like, these are just little clear butterflies, crystal butterflies. This was just a few things. The mushroom itself, little kind of glass, so I could just throw one of these on there. I'll figure it out. Bunnies, because they're, see, this is kind of going along with the whimsy. The last year's was called, what was it called? Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. But this year's the Secret Garden whimsy, and you know there's bunnies in the garden. Oh my gosh, these are so cute, little bunnies. And then just angels, because I love angels, and I probably needed some more, because I was looking for, like after I found this little angel, I was like, ooh, I could use some more of them. So that is, maybe I'll put the camera on and paint those along with you too. It's just that it's not like a tutorial, but I will just get to the part where, you know, it's almost done. Oh my gosh. But like maybe I'll just make a small one. No, I think I kind of want the big one. It's so cute. I don't know. Anywho, all right, so let's get to these, the guide boxes. So, like I said, I am just going to use this paper mache box, which is from Dollar Tree. I'm going to take that off the bottom because I did cover all 4 sides, or 5 sides. Oh, let me zoom back up too. With paper. And I wanted to show you too. There's a lot of ways you could do this. This is really just going to be the most basic of basic. This is Mod Podge, right? So I use napkins and Mod Podge everything. You can see the shine. I cut little other pieces of paper, put lots of like kind of spiritual words: accept, believe, let go of your fears, love, trust your heart, when you know better, do better, take risks, believe in yourself, be thankful, joy, start each day with a grateful heart, and trust love. Love is my higher power. That's why I did that. And then I just put a little bird and a butterfly. It's just a bunch of mixed media, you know. This is even a little heart that I made on the jelly plate. Hope, courage, faith, let it go, practice kindness, attitude is everything. Not my circus, not my monkeys. And I also love pigeons do what pigeons do. But anywho, we're not doing that today. We are going to keep it so simple. And I just grabbed some papers that I've had in my stash again. I don't think I've bought a paper pack in so long. I believe this is by Prima. This is Prima. I was thinking about this one, but I love, this is the paper pad that I used for this and for the other one, is this paper pad. The butterfly. See how I did the bottom too? This is from, I want to say, hold on. K & Company. And I've had several of these pads because I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. And it's falling apart. It's all over the place. But I think I'm going to work from the Prima one. So I'm going to put this aside. But you can't go wrong with it. It's so adorable. This one's called Fairy Rhymes. And if the paper's in there in the right order, because like you can see, they're pretty picked apart. I could also use this one. This one has music notes. This is called Lyric. Just like has cute words. So I just really want to go with something that's kind of neutral. Not too, you know, that doesn't really say anything, but it's just gentle and loving. And yeah, I think I want to go with this one, with the fairy tale or fairy rhymes. So you know what? I'm going to pick my papers and I'll be right back. All right, I've got a few things that I think will work. The key to making these look cute for me is to keep that little lip of the box showing. And the reason I like that is because it matches the wood color. So I didn't paint any of these accents like on the lid here. So the ball is just raw wood and the little feet, they're these little feet. And it's what I had in my stash. I went looking for these again and I didn't find them. And that's why I got these little squares. So they had these at the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to use these as my feet and as the handle today. But that being said, you could paint this. And that as well, oops, that's not mine because I left that on there. Okay. You really don't need to paint the whole box, but it would probably be easier because you would want to paint everything that's going to show. So you need to paint up here, here, here. you know. So really the corners, like all the corners and edges. But you know, it could get messy too, where you would get it on the inside. So my preference was to use that as part of the design. And because this paper is very shabby chic, it worked. So I mean, if you're into brights and you want to make this as bright as possible, you do you. You know, but just know that, I mean, even a bright color, maybe I should have done that. I was into the shabby chic, but anyway, see, because I like it all. I like it all. I have paper that's like more bold for sure, with gold and silver and glitter and all that stuff, but we'll stick with this. Okay, so I have my little paper cutter here. I got new blades and everything. Guys, I've been in this crafty mode for 15 years. I think my mom passed away in 2012 and it's 2025. So I think my YouTube channel has been in existence for at least 13 years maybe. So yeah, I used to make so many things. Everything I saw on YouTube, I just wanted to make it. So I did. And I bought a lot of stuff. I really liked this. I don't know why, but I don't like that there's a word. So I might cut it here, you know? So that's the thing. You have to kind of figure out, but here's how I do it. I make sure that I measure and I leave it to at least 1/4 inch on both sides. So it's about 4 inches. So I would say 3 and 3¾ I'm going to see how big I cut these. Actually, just a titch under 3¾ So I'm going to go with that. So let me just do this one and I'll show you how I line that up. So I think I don't really want the word. 3¾ so like a titch. I love this, all this though. So here's 3¾ like a titch under. I'm gonna go with that. And then 3¾ I don't really want the word, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut that word off like paper. So see how I'm just getting it, paper's getting cut off. Alright, so now I have this to work with. 3¾ just, what did I say, a titch under? I don't remember already. Alright, let's see if that's... Perfect. Now, this is, like I said, the most simple, basic way. Oops, also, let me open up those little, the block ones. Because, see, I didn't really consider that I might want to put a block in the middle. But it'll be fine. Even if it gets on the butterfly. I don't love it, right? So maybe I won't opt for that. But you can embellish these any way you want. Like I had, if I still had it out here, my little box of like pearls and all that stuff and lace, ribbon. I did end up putting a little rickrack down here just to pull this bright pink down. I just felt like it was in the polka dots, but there was nothing down here, and I don't know. I just made that artistic decision and put rickrack down there. But on this one, I did not put any other embellishment. This is just paper. And I didn't opt to put a, actually I think this was the only size of this one I had. I think I have a much bigger one. And I just opted not to put it on there, but I don't think, I think it looks cute. Like you can still see there's a butterfly. So the square might work, you know. But So you're going to basically do the same thing. I forgot, we're going to need little pieces for right here too. So that could even be a third piece of paper. You can coordinate it. So on this one, I did all the brown for the sides. I did a pretty floral on the bottom, and I did the butterfly on the top. But then for the side, I did like a green, what is that? Like some French filigree type looking stuff to tie in with this green. So that's the thing. These are just little artistic choices that you make that make it fun. That's the thing I love, is the auditioning. So now I have the yellow and this purple. It's like a plummy purple. That if I have a background color like that, I think, ooh, I really like that. No, I don't. I thought I didn't do one in that color. So I need to find something. I think that, oh look, it's the same paper. Actually, Prima, these paper pads come with 3 stacks. I'm sorry, 3 of the same image. Like, I don't think I want to put a fairy on there on the guide box, because it's a guide box. Like, nature is what I'm thinking. Fairies are kind of magical. I don't know, maybe God believes in magic. Like, I have not totally committed myself to the Bible yet. I'm still debating. I started going to church. I found a lovely pastor. I love him. His name is Hunter. Ooh, the polka dots. See, I should have decided all this stuff. And his sermons are, ooh, but this is just like paper. His sermons are so like, I really like this pink. I think I want to use this. I have little butterflies punched out of it. His sermons are so on point. They're not like old-fashioned language. They're very topical. They're very much about today, and they talk about a lot of he talks about a lot of the principles of Al-Anon that I love, that I believe in, of, you know, and it's like the 10 Commandments, basically. You know, I mean, it's like how we should treat each other. And so yeah, anywho, I digress. You know, I'd love to hear in the comments how are you managing to stay present and serene? That's one of the things. I love the Serenity Prayer. I think I'm going to cut this. So let's see. It was so it's God, grant me the serenity. So you're praying for peace. You're praying for calm in your head. So this is 3.5. Oops. So I'll go 3.5. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. So I have to accept, because I can't change anything. I can only, you know, change myself. That's it. So 3.5. The courage to change the things I can, so that's to do my part, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good prayer. They use that in recovery a lot at AA, Al-Anon, a lot of recovery 12-step programs love the Serenity Prayer, and because for good reason, because it's awesome. 2.5 by 3.5. I don't know that I love that. I might cut that off and just go, let's see if it's, so 2.5. Yeah, I think I can do two 2.5s. See, this is, it's not the best tutorial because I can't do this and talk. I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. So this is 2.5 by 3.5. Let's hope I did it right. Okay, good, it fits. And 2.5 by 3.5, so that's 2 sides. And I'm going to use that on the other 2 sides too. So 2.5 by 3.5. I'll go this way. then I can't use him. I think I'll be able to do it here. I'll save this. Maybe I'll want to use him for something. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, Sarah. Doopy, doopy, doopy. So let's just go with, my hubby's calling me. I'll be right back. All right, we were gonna go to Maya's flag football game. My granddaughter plays flag football for high school. She's a senior this year, and I'm gonna stay home. He's gonna go. I'm gonna make dinner. But don't forget the bottom is actually a little smaller than the top. And I changed my top. I like this bird. I'm going with this bird. So I also picked this green for the sides and my sides. So this is it. This is basically the whole construction. I am using, like I said, this is Weld Bond glue. It's a white glue, so you could use any craft glue you have. The trick is to be careful. You don't want to get glue all over the place because that will make it look more messy. You know, you want to make sure the glue comes to the edge. You could use the Sook Wang tape. There's nothing that says, you know, you could just line the corners of this with Sook Wang and go ahead and stick it on like that. It's very, I love Sook Wang for that stuff too. But I am going to put this on the, let me get my craft sheet. Although I know it's kind of a glare. That's why I take it off a lot when I'm making videos. But this thing is so disgusting. It really is fine. It's fine, Sarah. Okay. So let's do the bottom first just because I want to get the hang of this. So am I in the shot? Yeah. So I just take and I go really kind of bring it to the edge. If you have a brayer or a credit card, you can absolutely use that. I might get my little, my stick out again, my little tongue depressor. And then I'm just going to kind of line it up. Remember, you want to keep a little edge, like, it looks a little wonky actually. It's not exactly even. But it's the bottom, so I'm all right. So I just want to push out any air bubbles. We did make these with old calendars. I forgot to tell you that. If you have calendars, a guide box is really cool to make with like calendars that have nature scenes on them. The one we made for the man speaker, it's like, it's got a sunset. It looks so pretty. Anyway, so that's the bottom. Now I'm going to adhere the sides. And again, this is just me, let's see, making so two have part of this on it. So I'm going to make them opposite. So I'm just going to go like that. And these are just going on there. It's not a big deal. I mean, if there's writing, you want to make sure it's going in the right direction. But it's not about that. It's about just have fun. I love using my little, yeah, see the writing's going sideways, so I already cut the paper wrong. My tweezers, because you can get it on there, and then you're basically done. I mean, this glue is very fast acting. So you don't have to wait too long for it to hold. Once I get everything adhered, I will just go around one last time and kind of with a final press. Let's see. I think it's hard to tell. Yeah, I think I see hope. I think it says hope right there. I did not notice that before. So I just center it so that you see the same amount of space on each side. And the lip of the lid is going to come down on it anyway. So I'm going to do the top. I personally just love to do it with the glue right up to the edge, but not all the way. And this is from years of practice, you know, but because it'll glop out, and then I'm rubbing glue all over my piece. So the lid. You do not need tweezers, but I just happen to have them. See, I already got glue on top. It's always the top, isn't it? So, and it does give you a little dry time. Like, I just smidged that up a little bit. Like, I was able to slide it a tidge. I don't know why I keep saying that word. All right, let's do a side here. I'm just going to use my scissors. Like approximately right there. This was cute paper. It had little angels on it, but you can't tell from this little thin piece. It was like ribbons and angels, I think, but yeah. See, I think I can see that that's sticking. It's not sticking on the edge there. Like now I might have to go, okay, good, I think I did it the right way, because there's crowns, but I don't think I cut it so that you can tell it's a crown. But, and that's just being fudgy. Like, see, yeah, I want to go this way. Fudgy meaning like, nitpicky, doing too much. Actually, now this is a different piece. Can't tell. I'm just going to put it. So again, I'm just going to show you this, and then I'll put on my feet, because they are super simple too. I'm curious, and I want to see. It looked like they might need a little bit of sanding. The wood is from the Dollar Tree, and I mean, I don't know who their vendor is, but you know, maybe just made in China. But uh-oh, glue everywhere. Yeah, like see, I got up there. All that'll mean is that it gets a little shiny. There'll be a little shininess to it. And basically, this is a paper mache box. It's not meant to last forever or be, you know, some heirloom. It's just for fun. But these little, let's see if these need to be sanded. I mean, they're a little rough, but I'm going with it. There is like, no, I'm gonna see what it looks like. So basically, our box, now that looks kind of finished right there, right? I didn't finish it. But we are going to just take, let me see if they're even first of all. Yes. So it's like the height, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be like lopsided. And I'm just going to go, I'm going to go a little in from the corner too, like maybe just equal with the paper. Give it a good press, and it did kind of squeeze out, but that's okay. I'll take a toothpick in a minute and I'll take the excess off. I'm breaking my own rule. For some reason, I'm putting a lot on just because I want these to hold. And I'm telling you, Weld Bond, if you haven't tried it, they do, well, Amazon for sure. But they used to sell it at Michael's, and I couldn't find it the last time I went because it's gotten much more popular. This is what it looks like. It's gotten much more popular because of mosaics. Like, it's a very good wood for mosaics. Glue. It's a very good glue for mosaics. And that being said, Erica sends us this glue, which is called PVA, and it's heirloom quality. Like you can, it's bookbinders use it and stuff, so it doesn't yellow or any of that. So don't go by my recommendations. If you know more than me about glue and you want it to last forever and you don't want it to yellow, like, I mean, PVA glue might be the way to go. I just like this because it's in this little squirt bottle and stuff. It's really easy to work with. I'm going to use a Q-tip. And you just take it like that and get the little goobers off there. It will dry clear. So I'm making a bit of a mess on my feet. See, nothing's perfect. It's progress, not perfection. And I love that. So my art has really taught me a lot about grace. And now you have feet. OMG, it's so cute. And do I want to put this? Because like it's right where the bird's face is. I kind of like, and I'm eyeballing it. I like it though, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do it on the next one. So that's basically it. I am going to continue and glue these other sides and talk to you guys a little bit more. So yeah, so Joe made me these for the ones that we're giving to the speakers on the Glowforge. Sorry, I felt a little frog. I think this has, where's my little peeler? I don't know. That little tool. I use that for everything. My little, it's a ceramics tool. I don't know where it went. But this has, I'm using the other side, not the sharp side. It's covered with like a protective layer of paper so that when the laser cuts, see all that burn? You can peel that off. Boy, that was not a good peel. But anyway, and then it's just the color. This is called, I think this is called, this color wood, it's birch. But I'm sure he could use MDF board. MDF would look so good. I just don't know that the MDF is, and then you could just put that here. And this one's the big one, the big version. I had to make, this is Give It to God. Yeah, that's, the other one says Let Go and Let God. But anyway, you can just make your own with a stamps, with letter stamps, or a label maker is what I'm trying to say. I have like a label maker that's like, you know, you pick the letters and you put them on there. Let's see which way. I think it goes this way. So I hope you like this idea. It was fun making this video for you guys. I don't know, I haven't been sharing with you guys as much. So let me know how you're doing. I still am, I have the RA, I just changed my medication. I think I had that flare, rheumatoid arthritis, because my son passed away, and I think I was so stressed out. This is a year and 4 months, 3.5 months since Matthew passed away, and I think it just made my rheumatoid arthritis flare, and I got on medicine, but then the medicine made me sick. It hurt my liver, and so we switched it. Yeah, my liver markings weren't good, so we switched it. And I seem to be okay so far with that. Well, I guess I need blood work to tell. But that is so cute, you guys. Look how shabby chic that is. Oh, the dryer's shaking my camera. I'm going to put these sides on it too. So, and you can use this for anything. It doesn't have to be, it could be, you know, to put anything in. just as a little gift box. But for $1.25, and just use some old scrap paper that you have and keep it simple. That's another slogan in Al-Anon. Keep it simple. Simple is really the best way to go, and don't overthink it. Enjoy the process. And I love you guys. It's been a while, but we're doing good. Joe is also, let me tell you this, Joe works for the government, so all this stuff, this layoff stuff that's been happening, it's insane. He just had, oh, I won't say it, but lots of people are leaving and taking, and oh boy, I won't want to tell you. We don't talk about that. This is my serenity. We talk about things that make you serenity. But that's why I'm glad he's going to Maya's game, because he loves going to see her play, and he gets some serenity from that. And then I'll make him a nice dinner, and everything's good. But he's supposed to retire the end of the year, and now he's talking about staying, because I think he feels like he needs to stay because they're taking people off that need, you know, that know what they're doing, and then everyone's retiring that knows what they're doing, and then I don't know what they're gonna do, but meanwhile, that's not serenity. So but we are doing good. We're hanging in there. Yeah, but this craft room still is my sweet spot, my serenity, and I love creating still. It's just that the stuff I've been painting is like for Erica Joanne art, and it's not really, I can't teach you it or any of that stuff, you know. So I'm glad I came up with this little project to share with you guys. Now, like I said, you could embellish this further and make it, add some pearls or whatever you want to do to it. But look, it's just a shabby chic little box. I kind of want to put that lid, like right on the lid. I could make it right near his beak, but it kind of does sit. I don't know if I should do it. I love it though. I love the squares. So I'll make another one, and I'll make sure the top can have a square. So see, on this one I didn't put it. Kind of, maybe I'll put it on here. I think I'm going to put it on the butterfly. And when I do this, it's just a matter of eyeballing it. So I'm going to put it right on the butterfly. So I basically need to look at it from straight ahead. I have a corner pointing at each corner. That's kind of how I did it. And then I need to use a Q-tip. There you go. So that is adorable. I love the square for a little handle. That looks pretty centered. So adorable. All right, you guys. I'm so glad I did this. All right. Love you. Have a grateful day. Thanks for watching.